What's up? How you doing? So, it has been almost a year since my last video. A lot has happened within that year. I have a great explanation. I was in the healing process. I was pregnant, and that's about it. So, also, as much as I, would like to share all my stories and be consistent, because that's, I guess, how you get views. This is a lot, like posting a video and editing it. That's a lot. So shout out to all the vloggers and stuff out there that make a living off of doing stuff like this, because y'all got the determination and dedication. But me, on the other hand, when it comes to vlogging, that's a lot. So for the people who did watch my videos or my vlog, is that what it's called? And we're waiting for an update. I don't know if anyone was waiting for an update, but I've been telling myself I'm going to give an update. At first I wasn't, but somebody was like, I think you should, because it's like a full circle moment, And I was like, you right. You was so right about that. I'm gonna do it. So finally, oh no, there go my refrigerator. So finally, let's see, where should I start off? So my last video was filmed December 2020, and little did I know I was pregnant. So I had been through a lot last year with my miscarriage and coming forward about my childhood sexual abuse and parental betrayal and being criminalized as a Black girl and all that stuff. And all that stuff, is still relevant till today. But I have learned so much within the last year. My last video was mainly about forgiving myself, because I felt like because my parents didn't protect me, I felt like that meant they didn't love me, and that meant I was not worth loving. But clearly, I am worth loving, because I love myself, and I forgave myself for thinking like that. And when I forgave myself, my body and God opened me up, and I was able to conceive my daughter. So you gotta get that weight off your shoulders. It was weighing me down like nobody loved me. Yet I have this man who been by my side since I was 23 or something like that. Clearly, he loves me, because I'm a lot to deal with, a lot. We ended up tying the knot and getting married. We're already engaged. I was like, okay, so at the end of the day, all that matters is that me and Christopher are married. So we went to a cute little wedding chapel downtown, and we said, I do love him, I do. As married now, ooh. Anyway, it's hot in here. I got this turtleneck on. It's 80 degrees in the house. I have to hurry up because Sunset's asleep and we have to pick up her dad from the airport. But I want to make this quick update because this is the only time I found time. What was I talking about? So, yes. Anyway, let's see my little list here. Take your dreams seriously is what my list says, first and foremost. So take your dreams seriously. Okay? I'm taking my dreams seriously. I keep telling myself that I'm not where I want to be, like career-wise and stuff like that, which I'm not, but I believe that I will get there because I take my dreams seriously. I didn't think that I would be a mother. After I had that miscarriage, y'all, I went into a very dark place. I'm gonna tell you, very dark. Maybe I'll share my pregnancy journey in here because that's a whole nother scenario, or a whole nother video, but I thought I was infertile because I had a miscarriage. And then if you recall, in like October 2019, I felt like I had a miscarriage. It was never confirmed that I was pregnant, but the way my body acted up, I was like, oh, something ain't right. So I was like, oh my God, I'm broken. This will never happen again. Like, I'm done for. I don't deserve a baby. God hates me. That's why my parents hate me, because God hates me. It was a lot. My therapist had to change my way of speaking, because I would say if I get pregnant, and they'd had me say when I get pregnant. And I'd be like, okay, well, if y'all insist, thank you. So I would say when I would get pregnant. I manifested my daughter. We did it for New Year's. By this time I had already missed my period, but I had took a pregnancy test on Christmas and New Year's, and they both came out negative. So we did like a little vision board party, and I put, baby G 2021. And after my miscarriage, though, my whole little period was off or whatever, so I wasn't sure if I was pregnant. But like deep in my heart, I was like, it got back on track, so maybe this is it. But child, let me tell you, once I found out, child, I was scared to death. But Lord, I don't know where I left off. My little phone cut off because I take 100 pictures of my daughter a day, so I ain't got no memory. But speaking of my daughter, she is the greatest blessing that can ever be bestowed upon me. A lot of people knew I was having a girl, and I did too, because I felt like I was supposed to show my parents how you're supposed to, do it right, how you're supposed to, especially a daughter, a black daughter, because it has been proven that we are the most unloved in the world. How you're supposed to love us and cherish us and support us emotionally and mentally and physically, and I just didn't get that. So I get a chance to show my parents how to do it, and they get a chance to do parenthood over again, I guess you can say. They do it right the next time. I don't believe in second chances all the damn time, but I'm trying to be gracious for Chris's sake, because that's what he wants. You know what? I'm trying, because my last video, everybody was about to get cut off. So I am still currently in therapy. Oh Lord, my battery got 20%. I'm still healing, and I'm still learning to forgive others. I feel like with my glow, you can see I've forgiven myself. I'm sorry. I just feel beautiful. And I just know I'm a really good person, and people really be trying to play me out there and want to get me off my little rocker, but I'm gonna just keep rocking for myself. I have to let one of my cousins know that if you keep holding against me stuff I did as a child, I'm 32 now, and you keep holding stuff I did to me as a child, which a lot of people tend to do, it means that you can't accept how good I'm doing in my present. And it makes me worry about how you'll treat my daughter. Like, well, when I was a kid, your mom did this to me, so I'm gonna do this to you. People are evil like that. And furthermore, I don't believe in holding things against children. Like, so I have little cousins, and they don't ever call me and check on me or anything like that. I'm not gonna hold that against them because they're children. Now it's you adults I hold it against. I hold you guys accountable. But yeah, why would I? When they turn 18, I'm gonna be like, you didn't call me when you was a kid. Like, are you hurt? Are you okay? But yeah, so I gotta let a lot of people know that at the end of the day, because I'm very protective over my daughter. Like, she hasn't been without me or her dad, and I have to help. She's only 2 months, so I have time, but I'm like, I don't want to leave her with nobody, because people love to tell me what I did 15 plus years ago when I was a kid. And I don't know, they might try to pinch my daughter, but that's part of my healing process. And at the end of the day, I'm not wrong. I'm her mom. It's my job to protect her. Yeah, imagine that. Anyway, there's just been a lot of things that I've had to accept, especially when it pertains to my parents. Now, I will say that my biological father is stepping up, and he has helped out a lot, and I'm proud of him as far as I'm concerned with our relationship. Dad, yes, learn to forgive yourself. Remember, this is what this video is about. When you forgive yourself, you have a glow up. Look at your daughter. Yes. Anyway, my mom and my stepdad, God help us all. I rest my case. Anyway, next, I have learned to set boundaries. Boundaries are very important, because setting boundaries, offers you control over your life and your time, and it prevents you from being manipulated or forced to do things that you don't want to do. I also want to acknowledge the fact that people set boundaries with me too. And I'm starting to notice that, okay, like maybe that's a boundary that they have, or a boundary they don't want me to cross, and this, that, and the other. And I'm okay with people setting boundaries, because I do it too. And a lot of these boundaries, are me trying to prevent people from doing things to my daughter that they have done to me. And I'm working on it in therapy just to make sure I'm not being petty, because I sure could be petty Wabisha. But at the end of the day, I'm just protecting my daughter, which I feel is my diligent duty as her mother. Boundaries. Yes. So I've created boundaries because I wanted my family. I remember I said I want my family to be like this. And then I realized that we're not. We're like this, like all over the place. Or, you know, there's nepotism within the family. And I'm not trying to be funny. I'm being serious. So I had to, like, you know, look within myself and know you are a good person. You ain't cussed nobody out yet, no matter how much they test you. Anyway, so once I established that, and people in my family kept telling me that, specifically one of my aunts and one of my cousins, like, you need to let this little narrative go that we gonna be this kumbaya family. And I was like, I guess you're right. And one of them kept saying, focus on your family. And the other one kept saying, you have a family now. Stop trying to, you know, make it seem like this is how our family's gonna be. So I was like, okay, yeah, y'all, all right, just fuck me. So that's what I'm doing now. I'm focusing on Chris and Sunset, which is my family, you know, my daughter and my husband, which I wish my mom would have done, but it was all about the husband. And some of y'all might be like, oh, she hasn't matured. No, that's just the truth. I'm speaking facts, and the truth makes people uncomfortable. And I've learned that within my family too. Like, what y'all so? It's the truth. It's the mother. Truth. Anyway, so within doing that, I've developed friendships with other women who have new babies and husbands. And on Saturday, we're going to do a family picnic, and it's just so fun and nice. And that's, you know, what it's all about, growing and meeting new people. Having my daughter, I've learned, you know, who's there for me wholeheartedly, who's there for me half-heartedly, and who's not there for me at all. No hearts involved at all. But that is what happens. And it's crazy how some people I expected to like show up and be there were not there at all. A lot of people who said they were going to be were nowhere to be found. That's a little questionable to me. You know, I'm questioning your character, but that's expected. Nothing that has made me stop talking to people or block them or anything like that, because it's just not worth the time. People have their own lives and their own things going on, and I totally understand that. So I do know that there's a reason I dropped out of college the first time. Now that I'm back in college, like, what? I need somebody in the entertainment industry to just put me on, because I am not cut out to write essays and stuff like that. You know, my creative gene is just writing dialogue and scene description. That's what I'm good for. Anybody hiring? Anyway, so let's see. There's a lot, Lord. A whole year went by. I can't remember everything right there. I should have been more prepared for this, but I've been telling myself for months that I was going to do this. And if you see me in this little turtleneck thing again, I got it from Target for $4. If you see me in this again, mind your business. You know, this is my little interview shirt. But I'm gonna wear it out with my husband one day. So yes, healing is going great. I'm so thankful for my therapist. They've just opened my eyes to so many things, like letting me know that I am protected now. The little girl inside of me who felt unprotected and stuff, I'm protecting her, so she is protected. Now I have to focus on protecting my own daughter. I shared a lot today, a lot of pictures, a lot of ways I've healed, and I hope you go out and do your own healing. I really do. It's really important. It's so important. I just watched The Color Purple yesterday, and there's so much just a history of trauma in our community as humans, right? And then within the Black community, even more so. So it's like generational trauma just is evident on all of us as a whole, as a ethnicity. So it's just like, wow, all right. I could not have survived back in those days. And that's why it's like, so, since I have the freedom to heal and be free and talk about my traumas and stuff, I'm so thankful for that, because back then it was just the monkey on the back. Yeah, dwell with it all, hell to the no. Mr. would have been dead. Mr.'s daddy would have been dead. Paul would have been dead. Miss Millie would have got slapped or something. But she was a nice lady at the end of the day. Except when she was scared of all the black people. Maybe not Miss Millie. Yeah, she would have got knocked out, not just slapped. But that whole movie was just, woo. And it's my first time watching it in my 30s. I feel like I watched it in my early 20s. And now that I'm more mature, there was just stuff I never noticed before watching it as a kid. And I'm just like, God, this is extremely traumatic. And I also want to know, I'm going to talk to my therapist about this, why at the end of the day I felt bad for Mr. As awful as he was, I do recall Silly saying, like, you would have been a half decent man if it wasn't for your dad all up in your ear or whatever. And when I was about to shed a tear when he waved at them, like, hi, all right, well, don't nobody love me no more. Like, man, sometimes we're just a victim of our own circumstances. But he did, get the sister and the kids back to Georgia, I believe they were in. I don't know. But why am I talking about the color purple? God, clearly when I'm wearing the color, like, what color is this? It's between orange and red. Is there a color of that? Orange. So anyway, I'm going to try to get back on my vlog shit. I want to do cute things, like do cute things with my daughter now. And I ain't got the time. I don't have the dedication to do all that. These moms be looking cute too. I don't be looking cute like that. Excuse me. I don't know what you doing with motherhood, but I sure can't do all that. I will say I'm very grateful to my husband, and I will make a video about my pregnancy / marriage, and elopement or what have you. I feel like I'm missing a whole bunch of stuff that I'm going to be like, oh, shit, I should have said that. Oh, that's such a good point. Oh, I totally forgot to add that. But I will be back. I also, oh, Lord, my bad. Oh, Jesus. I took a ethnic studies class, the African American experience. It was deep. It was deep, y'all. I'm telling you, this generational trauma it just comes with our skin. So be nice to a black person today. It's hard waking up black sometimes, I'll tell you that. And our project was supposed to be we were supposed to interview a black person. That is our definition of a hero. So there was a few people I considered, and then I was like, hey, hold up, wait a minute. Let me put some church in it. If we want to speak the truth of the gospel, I am my own hero because I saved myself. As many times as I felt like I was not worthy of life and that God, I remember there was a point in time where in my early 20s, I might have been like 21, 22. I was like, maybe God put me on earth to just struggle and be unloved. And a pastor, Reverend Mama T told me, yeah, no, I don't think God worked like that. Yeah. So ever since then, I've been like, yeah, that would be like, thinking God is got a sense of humor, is an evil person, if I think he just put me on earth to just struggle. Because at the end of the day, I made the choice with God's help to keep going and prevail. Yes, I'm a firm believer of God because I don't think I would be here without God. I wouldn't have my daughter. I wouldn't have my husband. I wouldn't have my health. I just wouldn't have me. And a lot of people wouldn't have me because at the end of the day, a lot of people come and confide in me, and I don't know why, but but a lot of people hit me up and will, vent to me, and I allow it because I know what it's like to feel unloved and unheard. So, but at the end of the day, y'all, I'm a new mom, and I give my daughter my attention too, but still love you though, still love you. Anyway, the hero project. Yeah, so I deem myself my own hero, and I wrote about it, and I talked about how I came forward and talked about my miscarriage and my childhood sexual abuse and saved myself because, in particular, my childhood sexual abuse was weighing me down. Like, it gave me intimacy issues. It made me realize that so many young children are unprotected in the world and nobody speaks up. So I'm speaking up. Dun, da, da, da. I said I'm my own personal hero because a hero to me is someone who goes against the grain for the good, which I did. How many people in my family had been molested? I lost count. And didn't nobody speak up about it? More people came out after I said something about it. Same with the miscarriage. So many people who were very close to me, like right here, told me about their experiences. And I'm just like, wow. And we never talked about this. Like, and it's just because they're so taboo or people are scared of getting judged or ostracized. Not me though. Not me though. And I'm not saying everybody has to do what I did, but I do recommend you get help and talk to somebody, because that shit that be weighing you down, be weighing you down. Like Missy Elliott, super duper fly or something, you know, on your shoulders. I can't stand the rain type shit. But all in all, I'm just proud of myself because I don't have a chip on my shoulder. I'm not angry. I'm happy, I'm here, and I cry probably once a day because I am so happy and thankful, especially when I look at my daughter. But I'm so thankful because I didn't know that I could have children. I really had wrote that off. I thought I'd have to get IVF treatment. Or I don't know what I was thinking. I was like, I need fertility pills. And they were like, well, you only been trying for a year and you're still young. And I was like, I don't care, I need it. But turns out I didn't need it, and I'm very grateful for that because this is a blessing that not everybody is fortunate enough to have, so I do not take it for granted at all. And yeah, in that little video that says, have you made people yet? I've made my own people. It's really insensitive because not everybody can make their own people. I can't. Oh, y'all get on my nerve. Anyway, happiness, my own hero, back to school boundaries. It's a lot. It's a lot. And just know, if you lost me, you lost a good thing. Let me tell you that. You lost a good thing. You lost a real one, a real friend, you know, all the way to the end. But I love myself. So, yeah. And, oh, my back, y'all. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm getting old, y'all. Oh, yes. Anyway, that's all for today. And we'll be back with Sublime Seraphina. We'll be back with Sublime Seraphina.